All right, well, this is fantastic. Thanks, Sniffy Joe. Recovering Ecoterrorist to be confirmed as the BLM director. No, not Black Lives Matter. Bureau of Land Management. A recovering eco-terrorist. And this is just disgusting. I don't know if you all remember. Let's see if I can't. I'm not going to do it. Bill Ayers, the terrorist of the 60s and 70s, is now a professor at the University of Illinois, one of Obama's best buds. And yet somehow Bill Ayers, who is the other lady? They just, some Puerto Rican, they let these Puerto Rican terrorists go. They also let some rich, spoiled white terrorists go too, who literally killed innocent people. Police let them go, and not only let them go, are active in the government. It's freaking nuts. And yet they're going to go after the January 6th rioter. It's freaking, this is insanity. This is what you get for the Democrats. And remember, on September 11th, 2001, in a headline in the New York Times, Bill Ayers said his only regret is he didn't do enough. The same day the buildings came down, Bill Ayers said his only regret was he didn't do enough. Crazy. So let's read who this freaking clown is. Stuff like this ticks me off. I'm not going to lie to you. Does anyone here remember the eco-terrorist organization Earth First? Oh, yes, I do. And their terrorist attacks in the 1980s. Tree spiking, an eco-terrorist tactic. Let's see if we can see pictures of tree spiking. Here's an image of tree spiking right here. All right, we got just these people are freaking evil, man. You think it's funny? Yeah. So let's see what it does. We're going to type in tree spiking deaths. All right. Let's see what we come up with. That's the images. Hold on just a second. So this is from Timber Wars back in 1994. And from Monroe, Maine. Look at that. His secret history of tree spiking. In 1987, mill worker, not lumber jacks, mill workers. George Alexander was nearly decapitated when a spike shattered his saw blade at the Cloverdale LP mill. The grisly accident sent shockwaves throughout our community and eventually led North Carolina Earth First to renounce tree spiking because they freaking were trying to kill people. They're trying to kill people, and they don't kill them. There's not the lumberers, the people taking down the trees. What happens? You fell the tree, you send it to the mill. The mill starts chopping it up to put on 2x6 and 2x8s, 2x4s. They don't know what is happening here. And so what happens, they hit these freaking spikes, and it goes off like a hand grenade. A bandsaw or a circular saw goes off like a hand grenade, and all the damage that does, the shrapnel, it kills people. And this is the friggin' chick who's going to be in charge of the Bureau of Land Management. Environmental sabotage threatens loggers. Yeah, it's not just this from 1987. Tree spiking has become a dangerous weapon. In the battle against logging interests by certain individuals and groups. And an Idaho senator wants to make such an activity a federal offense. In May, a young sawmill worker, remember Will, a sawmill worker, not a logger, sawmill worker, the loggers get hurt too, mind you, was seriously injured when he hit two timber spikes in a redwood log he was sawing, causing the bandsaw blade to explode. And this freaking chick right here, let's see, this one right here, she was part of that. She did that. And she typed up a letter saying, this is what we're doing. She was part of a conspiracy to kill regular men out there just doing a job. And she's going to be confirmed for the Bureau of Land Management. Alexander had never even heard of a sabotage tactic called tree spiking until he became a victim of eco-terrorism. Someone who objected to tree cutting had embedded a huge steel spike in the log that violently jammed the saw. We got to kill some trees to save the trees. It's like we got to burn the village to save it. We got to kill some trees to maim some trees to save the trees. The co-founder of Earth First, the purpose of tree spiking is not to hurt anybody. It's just to keep the trees from being cut. Since its formation in 1980, Earth First has lived by the slogan, no compromise in defense of Mother Earth. Its followers have been known to chain look, all rich, spoiled brats what these people are. Well, unless Joe Manchin changes his mind, a former member of Earth First is set to become the director of Bureau of Land Management. But Manchin backs Stone Manning to lead the BLM. He supports the nomination. a major boost for the nominees facing strong GOP opposition because of her connection to a radical environmentalist in the 1980s. Oh, but she's changed. No, she hasn't. No, she hasn't. Just read what she's written the last couple of years. Manchin's support likely ensures the Energy Committee he chairs will deadlock on the selection, and President Biden will be able to pick, essentially the bill override because they have the 50-50 split. Republicans have bashed her as an eco-terrorist and contended she lied to lawmakers. She did. She literally lied, saying she did not believe she had ever been the target of investigation. She was, and she knew it. The now retired federal investigator in the tree spiking case said in a letter last week that Stone Manning had displayed vulgar, antagonistic, and extremely anti-government behavior during the initial 1989 investigation, and that she knew she was a target in 1993 when she negotiated a cooperation agreement with prosecutors. She lied. She narked on her fellow Earth First terrorist. A convicted felon and a former Forest Service investigator are contradicting her portrayal of her role in the 1980s tree spiking incident. She, along with two other men who helped Blount, Fairchild, and LaCrosse spike the trees, will later agree to testify again for legal immunity. And there's the potato head right now. Blank looks matter, exactly. Dude, that's who you voted for. You voted for freaking terrorists, man. Yeah, it's insane to me. It's insane. This is not good. But hey, and this is what I don't want to say anymore. I just love when I hear union guys saying, we support union labor, we support workers' rights, we support people getting a job. No, you don't. You support this potato head right here. You don't support that. You just like Paul, you just want to support the guys who freaking make it a clothes shop so no one else can compete for your job. We know it. Look at that guy. Potato head. That's who you support. Mr. Potato Head here. You don't support people's rights to work. You don't support people getting a job. You just like the fact that you can stick it to the Republicans because somehow you got on your mind the Republicans are evil. And the Democrats, with their eco-terrorists, are somehow pro-union. Yeah, freaking crazy.